Okay, that lighting's actually decent. I'm actually pretty shocked about that. Alright. Okay, I think we're pretty good. I'd say it's roughly time to begin. Let's check the old clockaroni. Alright, we are good on time. It is 5:59 p.m. on this spooktacular day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, leave a comment. Thank you for watching this stream. Before we jump into the contents of the stream, let me first say that I will be going out of town tomorrow morning at like 4 in the morning. That's why this stream is so early. I never do a stream, usually while the sun's still up, so you actually get to see a little bit of that Florida sun coming through. Pretty nice. But regardless, let me get that focused. Sorry if this is a little discombobulated, I guess, because I wasn't planning on streaming today, but I'm like, you know what, this would be a last fun thing before my trip, and I wanted to have this ready by the time I got back, because when I get back, I'm going to be jumping into a lot of videos, so here's some things you can expect. First thing is, I have a few store walkthroughs that I actually have edited. I just have to upload them, so you'll see those come out. I have 2 Michaels videos. The first is just of their Halloween stuff, and the second is of their Limax display. I also have my Big Lots video, and you can check out that when it comes out probably either tomorrow or on Tuesday. By the way, both of those stores have a lot of really cool things, and you will get to see those on hauntformer, so stay tuned. When I get back as well, Spirit Halloween will have released all of their new animatronics, tabletop props, costumes, masks, all of that jazz. So when I get back, I'm going to be making a video covering that stuff, and I'm going to be ranking the entirety of the brand new sneak peeks for 2019, going from my least favorite, although I like all the props this year, but my least to my favorite animatronic of 2019. So stay tuned for those videos. On the 10th, I know this is a lot of rambling, on the 10th, my Spirit Halloween opens, or should be, that's what it says on the store locator, but that's all subject to change. That video will be coming out shortly after I tour the place. I will be buying, likely, Sam as my first animatronic, and I'll get to that when I do the ranking video. But you will be seeing videos of all the animatronics that I pick up and purchase, as well as tabletops, as well as just random assorted Halloween stuff. So this will be a very spooky year. I also have to start prepping for Hauntober when I get back, because I have some really cool reviews, videos, food stuff, movie stuff, props, masks, lots of stuff. So it's going to be a really fun season. So what I'm doing today is what I consider to be the start of Halloween in my room, because as you can tell, my room's already always Halloween. So I need that little distinction between all the time spookiness and the Halloween season of spookiness that is this season that we're in. So what I'm going to be doing is setting up my Limax display. And as you can see, this is completely empty right now, except for these patches of land that will eventually become the spooky town. Typically up there I have little figures or these little guys, the little Funko Pops or whatnot, just random stuff, but around Halloween and then later Christmas, I put up an entire display of Limax stuff. So let me briefly show you guys what I have up there thus far, so give me 1 second. By the way, if you look right here, you will actually see the boxes that the display uses. And I can zoom in on those. I've gotten one major Limax piece every year, starting in 2014. So if you don't have a collection going, start this year, get one piece, and maybe a little piece, and just build up. Because if you want to have a huge display, that's a lot of money. So don't try to buy 50 houses. Just buy one house. The next year, buy another house, and before you know it, you'll have your very own town. So, by the way, I guess I could take this opportunity to do somewhat of a room tour, though it's kind of all messy from all this Limax stuff. But over there, you can see I have a display of some of my figures. Up there's, like, Jason, Xenomorph from Alien, Michael Myers, Chucky, all the Universal monsters, the Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon, yada, 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 yada. There's my Gremlin, Gizmo. There's a new boa constrictor I got from Michaels. Might do a video on him. He'll be cool for the haunt. Spaz, of course. Got some masks. There's Unmasked Sam, Tarman, Chucky. There's my Shining stuff. There's my Saw stuff. Krampus, Vertigo, Mask, Child's Play, Annabelle. There's a lot of stuff, so I could really go in depth. This is also the backdrop of my videos now, so my camera's generally, I can't talk, generally set up right about there, and then I sit there and, you know, rant, all that good stuff. So, this is my room. By the way, those are some more masks. That's Michael, Jason, and Freddy. This is like the slasher wall. So, yeah. Oh, and I can't forget American Werewolf in London display and mask. I'm going to have more stuff coming, so stay tuned. Don't fret if you miss something. But now we can jump into what this stream is all about. The Limax display. So, I am going to set up the display as we go. I've started a little bit, as you can see, by putting up the ground. And the reason is it just takes so long, and I felt like that would be super boring to do on the stream. So I took the liberty of setting up all the cords where they need to go and putting the ground. This ground you can get really cheap at Michael's, as well as these. These are styrofoam, and they look like dirt and grass and moss. I pay very cheap for all of this stuff, so make sure to get that while you can at Michael's. And then these are actually a 3-piece adapter that you can also get at Michael's. So if you're new in this Halloween Village stuff, I'm going to kind of show you some of the ropes, some of the basics of what to do. I was going to make an in-depth video on that, but I feel like this stream will work, but eventually I will do. Yeah, let's see if we can get to 100, folks. That'd be awesome. But regardless, there it is. So we're going to start putting up the pieces. If you have any questions, I'm going to check the stream periodically. Let me open up YouTube on my phone, so that way I can see. Oh, yes, I forgot. Haunt builds will be beginning soon. Forgot to add that. I do have the first one shot. I was going to edit it, but it was long, so I'm going to edit it probably while I'm on my trip. So stay tuned for that. All of that good stuff coming. Thank you guys again for watching, as always. Now, I'm going to step here. Hello? Hopefully you can see me. Hey, look, I can see me. Whoa. That's meta. Okay. Let me look at some of the comments. What's going on? I am live streaming the Limax Spooky Town setup display for 2019. I'm using my iPad mini on YouTube, just YouTube's live streaming software, though eventually I'm going to get a different one, and I'll talk about that at a later time. So let's jump into that. I'm going to put my phone down for a second, so if you have a question, wait until I look at my phone again, so you'll know when. So my phone's off right now. So let's grab the first piece, and the first piece is going to be the Mad Pumpkin Patch, where you can pick your own pumpkin. Or maybe they'll pick you. So this one I got a few years ago. This is probably one of the, I think it is the largest piece that I own. The one problem is this part broke rather quickly and I never got it replaced. So that's a little sad, but yeah, it's okay. So let's set that up. And then we're going to plug each of these in. Whoops. We're going to plug each of these in as we go. I want to make sure I'm getting the right end, so I want this end. And again, if you have a question or a comment and you want me to see it, don't ask me while I'm have my back to you, obviously. Okay, here it is. There's Mad Pumpkin Patch. Nice. All right, first one down. Now this one does make noise, so if I turn it up, you can hear it. but it gets a little annoying after a while, so I kind of mute it. But every once in a while, I will turn it back on. So there's Mad Pumpkin Patch, really great. This is going to be the pumpkin patch area of the display, and I might get a few more like little subtle stuff to add, but you know, nothing grandiose, nothing major. So let's see if anyone has any questions or comments on the Mad Pumpkin Patch. Man, we got lots of comments. Plenty of comments. So again, thank you guys. Very cool, very cool. So let's continue with the setup, and I'm going to go right into the next farm-themed item that I have, and that is the Spooky Hollow Pumpkin Patch, which I can't remember what year I got it. I want to say 2015 or 2016. There it is. It has these really cool little pumpkin things stretching along it, and the lights are what really make this one stand out. Very interesting piece, to say the least. That's going to go a little bit closer to you guys. And again, sorry, you're going to see the back of me a lot today, but luckily I wear my Shining t-shirt, so you can always look at that. That's actually the artwork from the poster, for all you fans out there. I'm sure you exist out there somewhere. Alright, for this, I'm going to use the second pronged backing. We're going to attach that in like so. And let's make sure it works. I'd hope it does. Try to take good care of your pieces. Okay, so it's not supposed to flicker, but mine has a knack for doing that for some reason. Probably have to get that fixed or looked at. That's Spooky Hollow Pumpkin Patch. And what's great is both of these pieces have a green and orange color scheme, and everything's about the same height, so it all makes sense, which is awesome. And I love that Limex has that attention to detail to fit with the theming that it should be. So there you have the pumpkin, the farming area of the spooky town. Let me check the comments just to make sure everybody's on the same page now. And if you want to see, let me go over here one second. I'll get a close-up of these two pieces. Spooky Hollow. Again, like I mentioned, green, orange color scheme. And here we have Mad Pumpkin Patch. Note, this should actually be spinning, but it doesn't, unfortunately. But that's okay. So let's set that back up. I'll set it... Nope, I'll go back further, just so I have enough room. All right, now on to something pretty cool, I think. This is my newest piece for the year. As someone asked, did you get a piece this year? I did. I actually got none other than the Garden of Eden, which is a Michaels exclusive for 2019. And it's probably the coolest piece they have this year. They have some really cool ones, but in my opinion, it's the coolest. I love the green. As you know, green's my favorite color. Duh, look at the walls. And what I really like is the plants. We've never really had a killer plant thing, at least I haven't. I know there have been a few. There was a greenhouse a few years back, and there was another one that kind of had killer plants like this. But this one, especially with this main plant, I think makes it the coolest. So there it is. For this guy, we're going to actually plug him in. He's going to be right up front here. Right up front. So let's set him there. And we're going to switch him on. There we are. And there is the Garden of Eden. So let's move the camera over there. You can see what it looks like. So it has a green light and it fades in and out, as well as the red light inside of his mouth fades in and out. Looks really cool. A lot of detail. And you're going to see plenty of these more as I continue the stream. But there it is. Let's set this back up. All right, let's move on to the next piece. The next piece is the piece that I got last year. And this one is one of my favorites of my collection because it's super cool. This is the Wasteland Pub. And the Wasteland Pub is a post-apocalyptic kind of toxic sludge zombie bar, I guess. And grill, obviously. You can see it has old car parts. It's very metallic. I love the gas mask. This is by far one of my favorite pieces that I own. And I can rank them in a second, but this is also a great piece. So let's plug it in. Let's put it right there for now. I can always adjust this stuff. It also makes noise, but again, it gets loud. So I'm gonna leave it on just like that. So as you can see, all right, we got Wasteland Pub now, Garden of Eden, Mad Pumpkin Patch, Spooky Hollow. That makes up this half. One thing that kind of combines all of these pieces together is the green light, which works for me because I love the color green. So that's really cool. Thank you again. Just want to say, can I pop in here for a sec? Thank you to all 65 people watching. That's awesome. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I'm going to do an in-depth thing in just a second. This is hard to do the camera and move the pieces at the same time, so bear with me. It's good to do a stream, yeah, for a better angle. I guess I can move it. Let me move it over to this side now, because we're going to start putting up pieces here. So, one second. Sorry, there's a little bit of spam. I'm always cool with having fun comments, but let's beware of the spam. So, we're getting down to the wire on the pieces. I have 2 big ones left, and then we're going to do all the little stuff. That's really the fun part, is putting it all together. This is Dead Man's Cabin. This is the first piece that I ever got. There it is. Doesn't do anything. There's no animation. It's just kind of an empty thing. And for that reason, it's my least favorite piece. Not that I don't love the details put into it, and it's the first one I ever had, so it has a special place in the spooky town. But, you know, it's the first one I got. It was one of the cheapest ones that year, and therefore it doesn't do all that much. But it is still cool. Let's set it right there. Alright, there we have it. I don't have a bulb that works for it, so unfortunately for now, Dead Man's Cabin is going to be dim. But eventually I will get a light in there, so you will see it with more light. And finally, we have my favorite piece of my spooky town. You know, it's hard to say which one's your favorite, but this one very clearly is my favorite. And this is the Withered Mansion. And what I love about the Withered Mansion is its atmosphere, as you'll see in just a second. But the detail in it is phenomenal. It reminds me of like the Haunted Mansion, mixed with like maybe House on Haunted Hill, though I haven't seen the movie, but I know of the movie. So let's get that around. This is always pesky business, trying to keep all this, the wiring and stuff. It's an art, similar to haunting with haunted houses and such. So it's going up way high. And the reason, well, got a sticker there. And I think you can clearly see the reasoning for why I wanted it so high up. It is super cool to look at. And what really makes it is the lightning flashes. And there is sound to it, and it actually is the best sound, I think. It does kind of look like Norman Bates' house. You're actually pretty right about that. How neat. So again, let's go through the pieces. Let's start back at the beginning. We have the Spooky Hollow Pumpkin Patch, the Mad Pumpkin Patch, the Garden of Eden, the Wasteland Pub, Dead Man's Cabin, and the Withered Mansion. And that makes up the large-scale housing. All right, you guys, let's stop the... Sorry, I hate interrupting the stream, so I apologize about that. But I am going to have to... Yeah, let's keep the chat clean and spooky. The scariest thing about that is the language, but oh well. All right, anyways. Take a look at that. That is a pretty cool display, in my opinion. One of my best, if not my best, because I got 2 packs of the dirt stuff, of the styrofoam, and it helps elevate and keep the landscape interesting. Because before, I just kind of had it flat. Not bad, but it doesn't clearly give a landscape feel. That this feels more like a real place, even though it's obviously super small. So, again, thank you to all 61 people who are watching, and we're going to continue on with the small stuff. So, where do we start with the small stuff? Well, I have a few different pieces, my favorite of which is this piece right here. This piece is a set of 3 trees, and what's super cool is they glow and light up like that. That's awesome. I actually got those in North Carolina, where I'm going out of town to. So you can kind of judge for yourself. These are actually not Lemax. These are actually Department 56. So different company, same creepy and awesome products. I'm going to scoot them more this way. I might change where they go, but for now I think that's a good place. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty good. And as you can see, it has quite a bit of color. Yeah, you gotta love the little things. Alright, time for lighting. Now, I do have brand new lights that I just got. If you've ever seen the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, which is one of my favorite movies, there's the town that he walks through. And we actually visited that town recently in Illinois. Long story short, there's a scene where he walks by Ned and talks to him by the diner, and there's a little store. Well, we went into that store, and in the basement, they actually had a whole bunch of super cool Lemax and Department 56 stuff. So I got my hands on a little something for a keepsake. So, here's what I got. I'm not sure where it's going to go yet, but now you know the backstory of it. These are lampposts, and these lampposts are light-up eyes. They look like almost out of, like, Dr. Seuss or something. See how neat that is? When you put them together, it kind of looks like a snail. Anyways, not sure where that's going to go yet. I'm assuming at the front, maybe like right there. So for now, let me put that. Might change where that's going to go. Oh yeah, I left the sound on, my bad. It's kind of loud. Does add a good little creepy ambiance. But I'm going to turn it down slightly. Also, forgot to mention, I already pre-added these little lights around the perimeter of the spooky town. So let me flick those on. It may be hard to see them, but trust me when I say that they're there. They go all along the back and around the sides. Let me pick this up to show you better. See, here they are right here. They go all along the back around it, just to add a little bit of color. Yeah, you know, it does kind of look like something out of Monsters, Inc. Good evening. Thank you to all 65 people watching. So again, yeah, I hope everybody having a great day. So actually, the only piece that I'm planning on buying this year is Garden of Eden. And I do have the little Garden of Eden worker, and I bought one other little piece. But like I mentioned earlier, and you can watch the beginning if you missed it, I only usually get one large piece a year to save costs, because typically I collect Halloween animatronics and masks. And the Limax stuff is kind of like just a little side thing. So I get those once a year, but it still is fun to put them up. And this, to me, every time I wake up and turn this on and see the lights and the creepiness, it just makes me feel like Halloween. So there we go. All right, we're getting down and dirty with these props. I think for now, I'm just going to leave that there, but I might change where that goes. Depends. The hard part is like trying to switch off everything with batteries because you have to kind of get back by the stuff, but that's cool looking, right? Whoa. Some of this, you're going to find when you do this little stuff, some things are so minute, so small that it's hard to adjust them. But, oh well. That looks fine to me. Okay, on to the next stuff. Unfortunately, the gory grillin that I've used every year broke. Beautiful, right? It broke. So gory grillin, sadly, won't be in the display this year, but what will be is the countdown to Halloween, which actually I've just updated with the actual number of days until our favorite time of year, 95 days, which seems like a far way away, but trust me, it'll be here before you know it. And on top of that, that means we have more days to celebrate. So I'm not sure where to put this. I think I might put it here for now. That looks kind of cool, and it will help secure those pieces. I'm going to guess. We can change that. I can move it over there, but let's see. This is the piece I just got today. I had to go to the store to get an adapter, and while I was there, I'm like, hey, this is a cool one. I like that. So this is a new piece. Cost $6. So if you like him, you can go to Michael's. He should be at every location. Just check the paint, because some of them had, like, yellow on the stem, or orange, I mean. Orange on the stem, but this looks cool. I'm going to put him right here for now to go with the pumpkin stuff. I also have another pumpkin guy. Looks like this. And he is also cool to put in the pumpkin area. I'm going to put him right there for now. This is the other piece that I got this year. This is the Garden of Eden worker. And he goes, obviously, with Garden of Eden because he has those cool little plants. Says don't feed the plants on the sign. And there you go. So let's put him. I'm going to put him, I'll put him right there in front of Garden of Eden, kind of walking towards it. Again, this is all subject to change. This is the Spooky Town sign. Pretty cool. I think I'll put it up at the front. Not sure if I should put it there or where. Maybe I'll put it, let's put it way over here. Why not? That kind of helps add some color over there. This is another piece. This is probably one of the oldest mini pieces that I've gotten for Limax. This is Grim Reaper. It says haunted house for sale. I'm going to put him, I typically put him by Dead Man's Cabin, so I think I'll keep the trend going. Just put him right there. Kind of makes sense that it would be for sale. It's so old and decrepit. Obviously, I mean, no surprise here. You guys know where I got this. I mean, because it looks like The Shining. Looks like the Grady twins. Creepy little twins. I put these up by the mansion. And as you can see, I think that makes them look pretty darn cool. And then we have three. I really like these. I got them years ago. These three zombies. And for a while, I put them in the graveyard, but I think I have a new place where I'm going to put them. But as you can see, they look very cool. And they all are very distinct. One's a guy, one's a girl, one's a crawling guy. I think, okay, you're not going to see it right away, but trust me, when I do this, you'll see it in just a moment. Gonna put them like so. And they look like they're in line for Wasteland Pub. I think that adds a little character. I might scoot Wasteland Pub back a smidge So that way I can have him look like he's ordering, her look like she's behind him, and he's way far back there. He's like, I really need to get a spot in line. It's like the little things that add a lot of character to the display. Same goes for haunted houses. Because with haunted houses, detail makes things scary. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Details make things cooler, more interesting, scarier. And you can see that at places like Disney World and for a lot of very professional haunted houses. I also have here a bunch of trees. Now, I got these at Dollar Tree. I don't know if Dollar Tree has continued their Tombstone Corners display, but there's two different types here. This one is just a regular old creepy-looking tree. And the second is a... Let me grab one. Sorry, they're kind of hard to grab. Is a glitter purple tree, which actually looks pretty neat. Got this for like a witch display, but I don't have too many witches, so I'm just going to use it wherever. I think they look cool. Adds color, yet again, to the display. I think I'll put one right there. You know what, let's put it up by the house. Let's add one right there. Well, no, let's put it by Wasteland Pub. It'd make more sense by Wasteland Pub. We're going to put one of these. Sorry, I'm really in the way right there. Let's move this. Let's put one right there. Just for now. Just accenting the things. Finally, I guess we'll put one. Well, you know what? I'll put another one right here because this is going to kind of be a cemetery, I guess, so that makes sense. See, all of this little stuff really makes a difference. And Andrew asked, are you adding the fog again? Yes, I am. You'll see in just a second how you can make fog look pretty cool for your Limax display. Have I bought things from Fright Props? I believe at one point I did. I might have bought Spasm from there, or it might have been either that or Fright Catalog. It's been a while. Might order from them again. Soon. Anyways. Here we have a gnome. I actually have 3 gnomes. There's a girl gnome, a guy gnome, another zombie gnome. There's a bunch of zombie gnomes. I think it would fit best to put them by garden. Let's put them, yeah, let's do like that. There we go. That looks kind of cool. You know, it's all about adding a little personality and stuff. So there they are. There we go. Let's set it back up. Alright, where do I go next? We're getting down to the wire on my pieces. So I do have these two from Dollar Tree. Obviously, I'm not going to put them up because there's no way the mortuary would be that small. I think it's cool. Last year or the year before, I had them way in the back, so it kind of looked like, you know, distance, but I just don't have the space. I also have the Witch's Brew. These are cool pieces, and if you're really just getting started, I recommend getting the small ones from places like Dollar Tree. But I have enough big ones now, so I don't need it. All right, time to do the cemetery. This is the interesting part. So I'm gonna put that there. And okay, this is gonna be tougher than I thought. Because typically I do it like that. No, maybe I'll just leave that like that. What can you do? Right? I don't know. I'm debating if I should even put that there. What do you guys think? Where should I put it? Because I'm going to add... I have a lot of Dollar Tree Tombstone Corners figures, but they don't really fit in the whole scaling of the Spooky Town. Like, see, I got a little Mad Doctor. And here I got a mummy. Got a lot of other pieces, too. But they just don't fit. Like, look at how small. They're a little bit bigger than the gnome. But gnomes are supposed to be small, so we'll see. Oh, well. Well, thank you guys for staying on the stream as I contemplate everything. I think I'll leave that there. I'll put that there. Or, because if I have it removed, well, that doesn't look terrible either. But I do like the cemetery. If I slowly scoot that back. Wonder if I can add another gate. That looks kind of cool. What do you guys think? Let me move the camera so you can see it. How's that look? Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I love you strangers on the internet. Oh, that's a good idea. I could put the mad scientist there. We do need an Area 51 display. I've always said they should make aliens and like a UFO. Alright, so now it's going to be hard to show on camera. I'll just have to show you the results of it. This is how you make fog. So all you need is snow, actually. Snow from a Christmas display. So you might have to wait until Christmas or order it online. And you have snow, or in my case, fog. Stretch it out very thinly so it doesn't look as compact. See, like that? See, it almost looks like smoke. And you just kind of lay it down. I'll do it again so you can see. And this really adds a lot to Spooky Town, I think. So there's some fog. I am for sure doing a spirit tour when they open. That's the first thing I hope to do. So you got that creepy fog coming in. I also have a mausoleum here. Got a mausoleum. 2 mausoleums, actually. And I got like this bone gazebo. I could maybe put that... I just don't want it to look too cluttered, you know? You know what, perhaps I'll put the crypt there. Looks a little bit better. Put the gazebo there, or maybe I'll put the mausoleum up there. I don't know. Just trying stuff out. Or maybe I shouldn't put anything. Nah, I'll leave that. I also have some tombstones. This guy is a Grim Reaper against another tombstone. See, a lot of this just comes down to... Oh, and I have a sleeping skeleton, also by a tombstone. Got all those from Dollar Tree. No, I'm going to switch that out. There, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, it's just really all about feeling the waters, seeing what you like. Because everyone's town is unique. And that's the best part of Spooky Town, because some people really like witches or whatever. I'm not a big fan. But I really like the creepy fog and atmosphere, and some people don't. Same goes for haunting. Same goes for most things for Halloween. Michael Mobley asked, hey, hauntformer, are you going to make a pneumatic prop? I actually bought a pneumatic cylinder, so once I learn how to kind of do it, because I've never done it before, I've obviously, you know, worked with robotic stuff before, but doing the real, like, mechanical stuff is going to be a little bit challenging for me, I can imagine, but I'll figure it out. I used to program a little bit in high school, but it's been such a long time, and I wasn't that good at it even in school, so we'll see how that goes. You should add clowns to it. You're right, I actually do not have any clowns. That might be something I get in the future when they do more circus stuff. They did a clown thing last year. They don't do clowns very often, but I would love the chance to do clowns. You know what? Let's see if I can put the mausoleum right there. That kind of looks cool. Or maybe I should have put more gravestones. Or this guy. I don't know. I change my mind too often. Or the gazebo. Oh. Nah. Tombstones. Oh, you gotta love tombstones. Tombstones are classic. So I want to hear from you guys right now in the comments, because I'm going to check them in just a second. What is your favorite animatronic from Spirit Halloween? Your favorite sneak peek? Leave it in the comments. Let's see what people have to say about Spirit's new lineup. See, I put the fog coming out from Wasteland Pub because I feel like they're cooking up some, whatever, human meat. I don't know. So I feel like there would definitely be some fog coming out. Or it could be spider webs. I don't know. All right, so we got the... Let's see. Yeah, gazebo could go by the Haunted Mansion. Collector. Pennywise. We got another Pennywise. We got Eddie. Cool. Betty. Rhyme. Jack Straw. As you may or may not know, I'll let you guys in on a little secret. We're live here, right? We're friends. We can talk here for a second. There was a leak online of... Wasn't me, so don't come after me. There was a leak online of a store that opened showing off the screen in the store with new animatronics, and there were some that people are naming now that haven't officially come out yet. So I'm not doing videos on them yet, obviously. When I get back, I will be touching on all of those, so you will hear my opinions on, you know, the new stuff. So don't be afraid. Let me read what else people said. Ghostbusters dog. That's a good one. Rusty, or the new butler guy. Yeah. Convulsing Nurse. Convulsing Nurse was cool, but she is not around for this year. Rusty. Waving Wally. Dahlia, Betty, Sam, Graveyard Fowl, Jack Straw, Experimental Eddie, Jason. I don't know about a Jason. Jack Straw, Graveyard Ghoul, Rusty, Mr. Toots, Betty, Jason. I don't know what people are talking about this Jason. Can someone send me a photo on Instagram or on Facebook of this Jason? Sure, now I'm going to get like 50 comments. I don't know what that is. Thank you, Andrew. Crouchy, Arctic Dragon, Jason again. I'm not sure. I'm thinking there's no Jason, but maybe I'm out of the loop on that. If you know, we're all cool here. If I'll be completely honest, my favorite new animatronic... Sorry, I'm getting kind of close for comfort. Let's scoot that back. If I had to say my favorite animatronic of this year, I'm going to say Sam. And that's because he's from a great movie. But if you're talking just, okay, not licensed characters, it's between Annie, and I like Annie more so because she's cheaper and more affordable. But if you're really talking the main animatronics, I'm going to have to say Rusty. I think Rusty's overall my favorite animatronic. When I first saw him, like... But it grew on me, and now I think it's one of the ones that I really would like to get this year. I also love Dahlia and Betty, too. And it was a tie there for a while, deciding between Dahlia and Rusty. But I think Rusty is ultimately the coolest, because we have so many creepy girls. And I, for sure, have had several, like Peekaboo Penny, and, you know, I've had several creepy little girls in my haunt, which is great and all, but I've never had any kind of farm thing. I've had Hay Bale Popper, but I rarely use him. I want something farm-themed, and I've never, you know, we've had, what, 2 props with a chainsaw, him and Leatherface? It'd be pretty cool to have a chainsaw prop. So I think he's also pretty startling, so I'm going to say Rusty overall. So let's take a look at the display so far. I haven't added all the fog I want yet. But, whoa, there's like a lot to look at right now, you guys. Let's go in for a close look. As you can see, lots of fog. Lots of stuff. Let's go zoom out. Gonna set the camera right there. Let's continue to add stuff. Gonna add more fog. Now I'm gonna put some fog over by the pumpkins patch so it doesn't get all mad at me. There we go. I love this fog trick. I can't take credit for it. Unfortunately, this was not my original idea. I actually saw a photo of someone doing this, but I am one of the ones trying to advocate for it. So I hope other people will catch on and use this trick for making fog in their spooky town, because it adds a lot of uniqueness to the piece overall. Looks like a lot to take in. It's a very detail-oriented display I have this year. Looks cool to me. Let's put a little more dripping down. I think when it drips down like that, it really adds a lot. See, like that. Almost looks like spider webs too, but you can take it for whatever you want. Very nice. Let's put some more there. Put a little more there. Wow. And let's put a little more by the garden. I feel like the garden doesn't have that much. But really, would you want fog to get on your garden? Well, I guess if it's a haunted garden. Why not? It's a mutant garden. Cool. Okay, so it's coming together pretty well. The last couple touch-ups, I do have another light I'm going to add on to it in just a second. This light's always the trickiest, though. And this is a black light. Or maybe not, because it's right now not working. Perhaps the batteries died, but it... Oh, there it goes. It's like barely working, though. You know, and it's never been very bright. I don't know if I'm going to add it, actually. Because it's so difficult to turn on and off. And really, does the piece need it? I can always buy another one, too. I think they sell them every year at Michael's. For now, I'm not going to put it on, though. I do have a few other small pieces yet. Not sure. What else can I do? See, like, you can't even see those back wires. I could add some fog to it to kind of hide those. But, you know, when I'm turning off and on the display... So if I put it like that, that kind of helps hide it. Alright, let me pull this off and we'll take a look at the display. Now, for a true test, I'm going to click off my light here. And you know what? Let's even turn off... Okay, so by the way, this is my filming light. Say hello, filming light, to say hello to all the viewers. Let's turn it off. It's going to get dark. But that's exactly what we like. That's, well, I mean, it's still bright outside, but look at that. Like, I feel bad because you guys can't really see this in person. Take my word for it. And if you're ever in town, hey, hit me up. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe you'll get to see the display too. How cool is that? Yep, 2019 Child's Play poster. Yeah, the fog. What's great is whatever color the fog is near lights up that color. So see this fog? It glows green because of that green light. Yeah, you really need to see it in full darkness. I mean, I can cover up. Let me turn this. Oh, made it worse. I can close that a little bit. That's pretty darn dark. And you can kind of get a feel for how it looks. This is incredible. And I haven't even turned on this house yet. This house is still dark. I mean, I could leave it like that, but I'm going to get a light for that. So that'll be lit up too. This has a lot going on, but this might be the best display I've done. Truly, because it has the most buildings. It has the most going on. The fog's cool. Not sure if I even need to add anything else, because this kind of screams Halloween to me. Now here's, okay, so where you can get these pieces, Isaac, is Michael's. That's where I've gotten all these pieces. And at local mom and pop stores. Now here's a trick. And I would recommend this for any kind of Halloween person. Get yourself one of these. I got this at, well, you can find it, I'm sure, anywhere. I got this at Old Time Pottery. This is a remote for an outlet. So for example, you see Billy, aka Jigsaw's puppet over there? His light just turned off. The outlet is plugged in to this. So you don't have to unplug it. You don't have to worry about that. So when I go to sleep at night, click, it's done. When I wake up in the morning, it's on. I didn't have to go unplug it. See how easy that is? So for this spooky town, everything, besides the battery stuff, is plugged in to this. Look at that. It all turns off. You don't have to worry about undoing any cords or nothing. It all turns off. And then when I wake up in the morning, it's spooky. See how that works? That works like a charm. And there we are. Spooky Town 2019. Or really, I should say Halloween display, because it's not all Spooky Town. It mostly is, but there are definitely some other pieces from different companies. I've used most of my resources. I really don't have too much left to put in the display. Let me put all this away. The only sad thing is I kind of wish I used the gazebo, but I'm not sure where to put it. Yeah, the green really finishes it. I guess I could put that somewhere. I kind of don't. You know what? I'll put it right there. Why not? I've always wanted to use it. There we go. That's the official display. I'll do a video if you haven't seen last year's. I thought it turned out cool. I used the fog theme, obviously, and I had like a light going through it, so I think you might like that. So yeah, there you have the Halloween display, and that helped clean up my room quite a bit, because now all those things are off my bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I have. This has been fun setting it up, and I'm glad I've had each of you here to kind of see how this all comes together. The tricky part is going to be putting the light in that, because I'm going to have to pull it up and click it in, but you're going to see this definitely in future streams. I'll be showing it off more. So yeah. Yep, perfect timing to go. I'm going to head out myself, but let me come over here to say goodbye. Just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Whoa, that's really bright. That's a little bit better. Let me switch that on. Just want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for watching the stream, or the scream. I am leaving tomorrow morning very early, and I'll be out of town for the week. So yes, Spirit will reveal their collection. If I see something really cool, watch my stories or my posts, discussion posts on YouTube, and you can follow that if I see anything I want to talk about or noteworthy. But the official videos will be coming when I return. So what more can I say? The Spooky Town looks amazing. Thank you guys for being here to watch it. You can rewatch it and rewatch it as many times as you want. I don't care. I'll be here on video, but I won't be here for the week, unfortunately. But have a great week, you guys. Tell me or send me what your favorite of the sneak peeks are once everything is revealed August 1st, because I want to hear from you. Stay tuned, because I got more reviews, more fun stuff, even movie stuff, because Scary Stories is coming out, so I want to do some videos about that. I also have the books. I might be doing another Haunt Stories video, so lots of fun stuff. Thank you guys for watching. God bless each and every one of you, and remember, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer. Get it? Because it's a boat theme and a dock. That's all, folks. I don't know what to say to end this. I don't know what to say. Bruh. I don't know what to say. But there's the thing. Go on, take a screenshot. Go on, do it. Yeah, wow, it looks pretty good. With the sound on, it's pretty cool. I guess I could have turned the sound on, but oh well. It does get rather annoying after a while. I think it looks nice. Alright, that's going to wrap it up, you guys. I'll see you very soon. Stay spooky. Stay blessed. Remember, for all things Halloween, this is... Here's Mackie. That was cool. See you all a little later.